Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth, and today I'm excited to be here representing Team Tiny on this To Live Creatively Hop, which is sponsored by TLC Designs. I'm showcasing one of the TLC Designs' newest digital stamp sets, Koala Kindness, and the digital paper Dragons in Autumn. TLC Designs is donating a $10 gift certificate to her online store, and to enter, all you got to do is comment on the videos in the hop. Easy peasy. To find the videos in the hop, you can simply go into the description and click on any of the hashtags that say To Live Creatively Hop, and they will take you right to where you need to go. Be sure your comments are in before September 4th. That's when they will do the drawing. And while you're commenting, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified of each designer's new content. TLC Designs also has a Facebook group. They host a monthly design challenge, and next month is all about birthdays. So hop on over to their Facebook group and submit your cards for a chance to win during their monthly challenge. All of their links will be down in the description, and let's get started. So this is Autumn Dragon. And my colors, unfortunately, are not true. For some reason, my printer, I've cleaned the heads on it, but it started out printing really green. These are more true, so definitely click on the website link down below. They're gorgeous. They're like these really pretty autumn colors. Although I'm not sad about how mine printed out because I still think they're fabulous. And you get some solid colors, some textures, stripedy lines, some polka dots, this nice, what do you call that, gingham pattern, and the cute little flowers. This here has some moons, a little cloud, and those are little pacifiers. Isn't that cute? And then the little birthday hat with a cupcake and a balloon. So all of those 3, 6, 9, 12 designs in the Dragon Autumn. And then we have Koala Kindness. Now their digital stamps come 3 ways. You get a JPEG, which is picture quality. You get 2 types of PNGs. You get the regular white outline, and I guess not white outline, but you get a white filled. Okay, so this is white and this is no white. Now the reason you'd want something like this is literally you could put it right over any of those pattern papers and cut out your design. So you have definitely a choice between them. What I did is I used the white version. Okay, I took the little white one and I placed it over one of her backgrounds, and then I just colored it in with some alcohol inks. You can also build up these. This lovely little cluster was made up just using those tiny little stamps. They don't stay tiny because you can adjust them to any size that you want. If you want a big koala to practice your coloring some fur, you could literally print the koala out on a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Alcohol inks, you can, this is just your regular inkjet printer. You can also print in black and white on your laser printer. Perfectly fine, although black and white for those, will drastically change those. But let's get to making a card. How quick is this gonna be? So I opened up my design program. You can even do this in Word, and I made 4 rectangles that cut my paper in half, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so all I have to do now is slice and go. So we're going to cut this in half-ish. It's not perfectly in half, but it's going to be close enough. Okay, and then you can just trim down to the size that you want to make your card. Okay, and for this one, I want a nice little white border, so we're going to do 4 by 5 1/4. So we're taking that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oops, okay. Did I measure that right? Probably not. Okay, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're going to take off 1/4. So yeah, that's about right. Just take off a little bit of extra of that brown there. And then 4. So in my design program, I just made it a little bit too big, but that's okay. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room. You could put a white square in the center of this brown piece to save your ink, which I forgot to do because I know I'm going to cover that, but that's okay. You can even print them out in a full sheet. Yep, there's no reason you can't do that. I'm going to just cut a little bit off of this side, kind of straighten it out. And then we're going to cut a little bit off of this. And then see where we're at. So that's 4 1/4. So if we take off another 1/4, so we'll take a little bit off of both sides. And we're gonna go down to sometimes I gotta double check what I'm doing. Okay, so we just want to take a little bit more off of this side. My paper's not straight, guys. That's all right. We'll straighten it out. We use the side we trimmed and then just trim the top and the bottom just a hair, just to straighten that out. Okay, here we go. So we've got that cut there. So let's trim this down just a hair. It's not going to be a perfect measurement, but we'll still get a nice brown border, and we'll take a little bit off the top and bottom again. Okay, now we can test that. There we go. Nice, beautiful pairing up there. And because I didn't want to waste my 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, this was empty, so I just filled it in, and this will be ready to go for another card. It was a little bit off, so that's all right. Let's cut this before I do that. Okay, so when your cutting is off, because my printer printed a little bit crooked, I'm going to follow this edge from now on. And it is a little bit off on the white, but I'll cover that with some ink so I don't have to trim any more off of it. Cut that. And then get that as close as we can. And there we go. So I've got all of those little pieces cut and ready to go. And I didn't even have to ink blend or anything. But we're going to add a little bit of color to this one because the white is just a little bit too stark. So I'm grabbing a purpley color. I think it'll just go good with all of this. And then we're going to just hit it on the edges because, of course, we're going to have our koala on the top. Darken up the little edges. Just like so. Woohoo! Alright, let me clean this and I'll be right back. Alright, with that all nice and clean, I'm going to distress the edges on these And that'll help hide that little white speck from my miscutting. And I'm just gonna brush the brown on because I don't want it all over the page. I just want to ink up just the edges. Just scrape my brush right across, and that'll make it come into the page just a little taste of color. Okay, if you want more, you can add more. If you make a boo-boo and go over, just do it on it all. Okay, so now that's gonna go on there. Oh, I love that. And now we're going to ink up these edges, and I'm going to ink them up just a little bit more. So I'm going to swirl right into the page. And I don't mind if a little bit is darker than the rest, because that's your distressing. If it was all even, it would look not distressed. Let me clean. I'll be right back. All right, now it is time to assemble. So we're going to get our base layer, and we're just going to put a nice thin layer of glue on there, get those corners. And I've got my top fold card. Oops, come on. Don't push down too hard, and you'll be able to adjust your paper a little bit. Beautiful. Our second layer. And if you're using pattern paper, make sure you're cutting and positioning your pattern in the upright position. You know, you don't want your words and stuff upside down. When I was making this flower a bigger pattern for my square, I had it turned the wrong way. So I had to turn it around and redo it. And all that alcohol ink through the back of the card means I colored it really, really good. So don't fret if it leaks through. Alcohol markers are supposed to do that. And there it is. Easy peasy, my friends. One happy koala from the TLC Designs. Be sure to check them out. Follow them on Facebook. If you're hopping along and your first time visiting me, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on that bell. I do lives every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Have fun hopping. Bye-bye.